I'm muted. Thank you, Ash. I'm sorry, guys. I was muted. I appreciate that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and boil 2 quarts of water. So I just have a big pot here. This is going to be the one pot wonder pot. So let's see if we can make everything in this recipe. And I'm going to make a few adjustments, but I'm going to go ahead and get this started on boiling. All right. So we have 2 quarts of water, which is 8 cups. So for the first time, I'm going to be using some, I guess we would call it fresh pasta. Let me show y'all what I have while the water is starting to boil. Come on in, everyone. All right, so Mr. President likes a fettuccine. He likes the long, flat noodle. This is usually what I get, something, like this out of the box. But this one takes a little bit longer to cook. So let's see. I have a couple substitutes for you all. I ordered this from Publix. I'm going to try this for the first time. I don't know if Kathy says she can't hear, so let me know if you all can hear. I don't know if you all have tried these fresh pastas, but for this one, I got this one from Publix if you want to screenshot it. I've never used the fresh pasta before, but this one was in the refrigerated section. So what we're going to do, once the water starts boiling, we're going to salt it well, and then we're going to put this in, and this says it cooks in 2 minutes. So depending on how al dente you like your pasta, this one, we're going to give this a try because we know how to cook this one. All right. Thank you, Kathy, for the badges. You can hear now. All right. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Come on in. We are making a one pot wonder, a no sauce spaghetti. If you are team marinara and you love a saucy spaghetti, I do, but some people, maybe you have to avoid tomatoes, maybe you have acid reflux, maybe you don't want it really saucy. The key is in the seasoning. So let me get out the seasonings that we're going to be using and give you all some substitutes as well. So come on in. Thank you, everyone. We're already at 700 likes. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and tap that screen. And if you know someone who would want a good one pot recipe, have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped us? No. Thank you, Kathy, for the badges. Thank you, Cassandra, for the badges. I appreciate y'all so much. So let me get the seasonings out and the key to Aisha's no sauce spaghetti. All right. So I just placed an order. This is Select Blends if you all want to screenshot it. She has all her own seasonings, but this one's a spaghetti and pasta seasoning. So that's going to be the key. This is going to give us that flavor without all the extra sauce. So when she makes this recipe, traditionally for your spaghetti, you'll make the pasta in one dish, and then you'll make the meat sauce in another dish and let it marinate all day if you can. We don't have that kind of time. So we're going to try and make one in one pot and serve it all together. All right. Thank you all so much for all of the badges. So this is at selectblends.com. This is the spaghetti seasoning, but I also found online, just at the grocery store, I think Walmart. I've never used this either, but we're going to give this one a try. This is the McCormick Thick and Zesty Spaghetti. So if you want to make it, you can make this into a sauce, or you can use this as the seasoning and omit the sauce. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're waiting on our water to boil, and I'll walk you all through the recipe. For this recipe, obviously, you're going to need one big pot, and then I'm going to walk you all through the ingredients, and then we'll go through it together. This recipe, along with all of the recipes, are on FoodTokTV.com. FoodTokTV has live cooking content every day, multiple times a day. But people who are better than me are making recipes in all kinds of different taste profiles, all right? So what we're going to do now is go back. So we are going to take this 2-pot recipe into a 1-pot recipe. So ideally, what we would do is in a separate skillet, we would have ground beef, and you would cook your ground beef down with onions and peppers. So fresh is best if you can get it, but what we're going to do to make it easy and make it one pot, these were frozen and I have them in the sink. This is the Walmart peppers and onion blend. You all have seen me use that. I love it in sauces. If you're doing like a cheese steak or anything like that, you can cook them straight from frozen, but I'm letting them thaw out a little bit, and we'll add them in here. Also, what you need is, instead of raw ground beef, I found something, y'all. I don't know if you've seen these before. This is the Jimmy Dean fully cooked sausage. They have the turkey sausage crumbles. Hello, just call me Birdie is here. And then they also have the regular sausage crumbles. So this is already cooked. This is a great shortcut. Of course, fresh is best if you can get it, but we're gonna actually use this seasoned sausage in our one pot spaghetti. All right, come on in everybody. We're at 1,200 likes. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. And if you know anybody who would like a good one pot spaghetti, share it with them. You can tap to like and you can forward it to share. So this is what we're going to use for our ground meat instead of cooking from raw, since we're going to be doing everything in one pot. So we're going to boil. Ooh, it's starting to move, y'all. Let's get our salt ready. As soon as this starts boiling, we're going to use our fresh spaghetti and we're going to season generously. I'm going to do a version with the fettuccine. So Mr. President, or those of y'all that can have the carbs, we're going to do a fresh fettuccine for you. This will also work if you have the regular box spaghetti or whatever your favorite noodle is. You can put it in the chat. I like the corkscrew pasta, but one pot spaghetti. And for those of us that are low carb or need to watch the calories, I also have this. This is the zoodles. This is fresh zucchini noodles. You can put them on the spiral machine and you can make your own. So we're going to do another version with zoodles, but everything else the same, and see if we can make that one pot spaghetti. So it's starting to percolate. Let's get some salt, because we need to salt the water like the ocean. I'm very excited. And since we're going to be using the fresh pasta, it only cooks in 2 minutes. So we'll need some Italian seasoning. We're going to use the spaghetti seasoning. We'll use her all-purpose as well. I've got some basil we're going to put in here. You could do some oregano. Whatever you would put into your pasta sauce, you'll use that same seasoning with a little bit of olive oil in your one pot wonder. All right, so I'm excited. As soon as this water is at a rolling boil, we're going to put the pasta in. We're at 1,700 likes. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Tracy and Grammy's here, Teresa's here, Kathy. Make sure you all are subscribed, and the recipe is at FoodTokTV.com. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes, all right? I'm gonna get my ingredients all out here, because once this pasta is boiling, all we're gonna do is we're gonna dump out most of the water, just leave a little bit, just with a little bit of olive oil, and then season it well. We're gonna taste as we go, and we're gonna continue with each ingredient that we add to season and taste until we have our one pot spaghetti, all right? So let's see, I'm gonna put some fresh basil. Y'all know me and these struggle herbs, but we have some basil. Ooh, it's looking good. I'm ready to get started. Are y'all ready to get started? All right, we've got some basil. I've got some Greek oregano. Let's see, we have some Italian seasoning. We got basil. We'll find it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm satisfied with the boil here. I'm gonna salt it well. They say your pasta water should be salty like the ocean. So I'm gonna do a significant amount. So we have 2 quarts of water boiling. We've added, what was that, a couple tablespoons of kosher salt, or whatever salt you have. And first version, we're gonna use this refrigerator pasta. All right, so this one is buttoni. This came from Publix. I've never used this before, but it only takes 2 minutes to cook. So we're gonna see how this one comes along. All right, let's cut into this. Come on in, everybody. Thank you for tapping and sharing. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a one pot wonder, no sauce spaghetti. And of course, if you like your spaghetti really saucy, you can also do that in one pot too. All right, so we're using fresh fettuccine. That's what Mr. President likes. So we're gonna put the whole thing in. Sacrilege to break your noodles. Shout out to our Italian brothers and sisters. So we'll set a timer for 2 minutes. I'm gonna put the top on. But as soon as we get that al dente, we're gonna drain and then add everything and go. I'm really excited. Come on in, everybody. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. All right, so we're letting this boil. Thank you, Michael, for the badges. Ash is sending roses. Thank you for the ice cream cones. We're at 1,900 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,000, and let's see if you all can share the live, and let it notify other people that might be interested in this as well. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the recipe while she's making her no sauce spaghetti. So we're doing the one pot wonder version, but you can see here the original recipe creator, and that's Cooking with Aisha. She's cooking her ground beef in a skillet. And then if you're doing the ground beef from raw version, you're gonna wanna make sure you season it really, really well, all right? So let me go ahead and open. This is what we're gonna use, the spaghetti and pasta seasoning. This is gonna give us that color and that spaghetti flavor without all the sauce. Ooh. Oh, it smells so good. I think it looks good. So we got the little label in here. It's okay. We'll just leave the top off. All right, y'all. This is doing its thing. It is rolling. We're going to give it 2 minutes, unbothered. And then her version, she will add peppers and onions to this. So we'll do that. We'll get the pasta and all the veggies in there and see how it comes along. I'm going to get the, what is it? Strainer? I don't know. Thank you all. We're at 2,100 likes. All right, starting to bubble up on us. Oh, thank you, Wyoming. That's a pretty name. Thank you for the badges. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on FoodTokTV. Make sure you are subscribed so you're notified. There's multiple live cooking streams every single day. I am with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. And today we are making no sauce spaghetti. So for this recipe, you need a stove. You need a pot. So far, all we're doing is boiling our pasta water. 2 seconds left. All right, so that's been 2 minutes. Let's give it a look. All right, so let's stop the timer. All right, so this was buttoni, fresh pasta. I think it looks beautiful. Nice pasta ribbons. It says it only takes 2 minutes to cook, so I'm gonna give one a taste and a texture check. If we need to go a little bit longer, we will. Whew. Nice and hot. You can cook it to your level of doneness. Some of us like a little bit of a chew. Some of us like it a little bit softer. Perfect. Perfection. Okay. Y'all, I'm so excited. So I'm going to turn this down to medium low. And what we're going to do is we're going to drain almost all of the pasta water. You know those cooking shows where nothing goes wrong? This is not that. So I'm going to strain most of it into the strainer in the sink, but we're going to reserve some just so that everything stays nice and, I don't know, is moist the right word? Nice and slick, all right? So we're going to go into the sink. I'm going to pour maybe half of that out. So I'm leaving like this much water. I would say maybe a quarter cup of pasta water. That's good stuff. All right. So we have our noodles in here. And then she adds a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil just to keep them from sticking. I know our Italian brothers and sisters say, don't do that, because that means that the sauce will just glide off of the noodle. And each noodle is supposed to hold onto that sauce. But I think that is looking lovely, nice and shiny. All right, so from here, it's time to season. So all we have so far is just salted fettuccine noodles. I'm gonna go in with the spaghetti and pasta seasoning pretty generously, all right? And then we'll give that a stir. And I'm a taster, clearly. But we wanna make sure that we get that beautiful spaghetti flavor. We are making a no sauce, one pot spaghetti. So everything's gonna go in here. All right. whatever you like in your spaghetti. You can do butter, olive oil. So we have a little bit of color on our noodles. I'm gonna taste one, and we're gonna add our veggies in here. All right, so let's just get one in here. I'm gonna taste it just with the spaghetti seasoning, and then we'll add some more goodies. It tastes like a pasta primavera. If you like just vegetables, oh, so good. So speaking of vegetables, when Aisha does hers, she does with onions and peppers. I love mushrooms, so we're gonna add some mushrooms. This is completely optional. If you don't like the veggies, omit. I'm gonna do half of the jar because I'm gonna make another version with the, turn that down. I'm gonna make another version with the zoodles, all right? So let's go ahead and add whatever veggies you like. We're gonna do mushrooms, onions, and peppers. So this is just a jar of mushrooms from the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna take those out, drain a little bit of the liquid. If your kids or your man doesn't like mushrooms, omit it. If they really like mushrooms, do the whole jar. Britt says it's hard to hear. I'm sorry, y'all. Is it the skillet? Let me turn off my struggle fan and you can let me know if that's any better. All right, so we're gonna keep this going with our one pot wonder. So we have some mushroom in there. Then I wanna add our onions and peppers. So this is the Walmart frozen. So we're just gonna cut this open. Stir the veggies in there and let them come to temperature. Oh, Pam can hear? Thank you, sweetheart. All right. So again, in case you want to screenshot it, this is the Great Value peppers and onions. This was frozen. So you can see in there, it's just peppers and onions. So I'm gonna spoon. Fresh is best if you can get it, but we're gonna put some onions and peppers in here, and then I'm gonna stir them in. We'll do about half of the bag. I know, it probably should have been drained. Whew, it's cold in my hand. So if you like veggies, go extra with the veggies. So we're gonna stir this in here. See how we like the consistency. You want extra veggies. The way Aisha does hers, if you're doing the meat separate, then you would put your peppers and onions inside your meat sauce, all right? But we're gonna do this the one pot wonder way. I like that, one pot wonder. And you all can let me know what you think. I would add more veggies, but I want everything to come to temperature. I don't want any like ice in here. So I'm gonna keep this on a medium low. So this is what we have so far. Lisa can hear perfectly. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, JC. We appreciate you. So we are making a one pot wonder. We are making a no sauce spaghetti. All right. So far, all we've done is we have cooked and salted our fettuccine, and then we're adding some veggies in here, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do with the meat. So I feel like I need a little bit more veggies. Here's the finished product. I'll show you all again what the goal is, and we'll come back. So this is the goal. All right. So we are going to be making this no sauce spaghetti. She used spaghetti noodles. We're using fettuccine. All right. Hello, Italian mom from New York. I hope I make you proud. I'm not Italian, but we are making a struggle meal, one pot spaghetti. So far, if you're just coming on in, welcome. We're at 2,100 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,500. Go ahead and tap that screen, which says you like what you're seeing. And then there's a button at the bottom. You can share it with somebody else. Okay. So I'm going to give this a taste, and then we may need to season it a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit of Greek oregano, completely optional. I'm also going to add a little bit of basil, chopped basil. This is also great for garnish. If you have Italian seasoning, whatever you like. But the key to this no sauce spaghetti is a good spaghetti seasoning. So we're using this one, and then I have another one we're gonna try. The pasta that we use was the refrigerated buttoni. All right, this came from Publix and it cooked in 2 minutes. All right, so this is what we have so far. We also need tomatoes. So I'm going to open up a can of diced tomatoes. I just wanted to give it a little bit of time for the veggies to come to temperature. We're going to add some tomatoes and then add our meat. We'll give it another taste. I think it looks good. I want some more veggies. What do you all think? Oh, thank you all so much. You like it? Okay, let's taste. All right, so let's go in here. Let's get a little bit of noodle, a little bit of green pepper, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of mushroom. See how we like it, and adjust as you go. My mom said, you know, taste as you go. Don't ever serve anybody something you haven't tried. So that's why a lot of times I don't even eat because I tasted it. Let's give this a try with the veggies, your pasta primavera. So good. I'm gonna do a little bit more spaghetti seasoning, a little salt and pepper. So remember, every time you add more ingredients, it kind of dilutes a little bit, but it's wonderful. All right, I'm gonna turn this down and I'm gonna add just a little bit more olive oil just so it stays kind of slick. All right, so we've got our veggies in here. Spaghetti seasoning, yes, this is Select Blends. If you want to screenshot this, this is Cooking with Aisha, selectblends.com. And we're gonna do another one after this. I got this from Walmart. This is the McCormick spaghetti seasoning. So it's giving you the spaghetti flavor without the sauce if you can't have all that sauce. All right, so I think we're good with our veggies, onions, peppers, mushrooms. Let's go in with the meat. Ooh, I forgot the garlic bread. I'm gonna put some garlic bread in the air fryer. We'll do that in between. All right, so for Mr. President, we're gonna do cooked crumbled sausage. So when you are doing your own cooked from fresh, you would have like ground beef, but to keep it in the one pot wonder theme, I got this from Ingles, I think. These are great in omelet or anything. So it is already cooked, and this is sausage, and they also have turkey sausage. All right, so we're going to use the regular sausage in here. That's going to be our meat. And then again, we're going to stir it up. And oh, I forgot the tomatoes. Shoot. All right, last thing, you're supposed to put the petite diced tomatoes. So I'm just going to let this come to temperature, and we'll open up the can of tomatoes, and we'll do like half, all right? And save half for the other. If you're cooking for the family and you're making like this size box, then do the whole can of mushroom, the whole can of tomatoes. But you can see here, you can customize it how you like it. And we're not gonna drain the tomato, all right? And we can also do a little bit of tomato paste. So this is petite diced tomatoes. They have the ones that are seasoned. This one is just regular. So we'll do like half in here. I'll just kind of spoon it out. All right, one more, perfect. Let's go back to our instructions. All right, let's give this a nice little stir, and then we will taste again, see what else it needs. Coming together nicely. And just look at the consistency. You know, if it's not meaty enough for you, add more meat. If it's not vegetable-y enough for you, add more vegetables. I think it's looking good. It's looking good. All right, we're gonna let that all come to temperature, and it's optional, but I think she also adds a little bit of tomato paste. So this is what we have so far. I think it's good. Let's do a little tomato paste. All right, so I have some struggle tomato paste. We're gonna squeeze a little bit in here, and we're gonna call it. While we're letting everything come to temperature, I'd say a tablespoon. You can do more if you want to, and we'll stir that in, and then we're good. So again, if you're doing the fresh version, your meat will look like this, but since we're doing the one pot wonder, we use the pre-cooked crumbled sausage. So that's how much tomato paste in the center. I want to do a little bit more tomatoes. All right, and I think that's good. Oh, this is looking lovely. I think it looks good. You all tell me, what do you think? And then we will plate this and we'll do one more. So this is the full flavor version. Then I'm going to give you the gluten-free version. All right. So we'll let this come to temperature and then we'll taste it. This is the gold. Looks delicious. Thank you so much, Beverly. We're at 2,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. Thank you for sharing. You can click the bottom share button. Let me turn my fan on since y'all can hear. Click the bottom share button and then share this recipe with anybody who you think would want a good no sauce spaghetti. All right. So I bought something, y'all. This is not part of the one pot, but I was going to put some garlic bread in the air fryer when I plated up for Mr. President. But if you all are team bread, put the baguette emoji in the chat, and then we'll plate this and have a nice little slice of crusty garlic bread on the side. And I'll show you all how I serve it. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get a plate. Let's go ahead and serve this, and then we'll also pack one. So I'll show you all how I pack it, and then we'll do one more for the gluten-free version using zoodle. So we'll do it all over again if you just came in. All right, thank you all so much. We're at 2,800 likes. Thank you for tapping the screen if you like what you're seeing. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making a no sauce spaghetti. So we have salted fresh fettuccine, onions and peppers, the onions and peppers from Walmart, about a tablespoon of tomato paste. We have the Italian seasoning, the Cooking with Aisha spaghetti seasoning. That's the key. Season as you go. We have the crumbled Jimmy Dean fully cooked sausage, and then some mushrooms. All right. So I'm going to give this a taste, and if it's good, we're going to call it, and then we'll plate. We'll pack one, and then we'll plate one, and then we'll do it again. We're at 2,900 likes. Thank you, Cynthia, for the badges. Thank you, Washing. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's give it a taste. So again, the key is to use that spaghetti seasoning. You could do garlic salt. You could do chili flakes. Of course, we're going to put some parm on here. We're going to make it nice. Give this a little taste. See how we like it. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. Honestly, y'all, and I like a saucy sauce, this is a 10 out of 10. It tastes like a pasta primavera, and because we use the crumbled sausage, the sausage already had some seasoning in it. Let's plate, and if you want the garlic bread, let me know. All right, it looks yummy. Okay, so we're gonna plate one and we're gonna pack one. I'm gonna show you what I do for Mr. President. All right, so we have some beautiful pasta bowls. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and this week is One Pot Wonders, and we are doing a no sauce spaghetti. I wish I had the skill to like plate it really beautiful and do that nice little twist. But we're just gonna get like a nice man-size serving here. Let's do one more. Get some good veggies on there. Your kids will eat this. You will eat this. We got a little overhang, so we're gonna put that in and we're gonna clean that up. All right. And then we're gonna put some basil on here. We got a little bit of basil. I think this comes from, let me turn this down. I'll turn it off now that we're done with this one. So we've got a little bit of basil. Fresh is best if you can. Put a little bit that on there. And then of course some parm. Got a little stain here. Gotta keep it clean. Drop this paper towel. We eat with our eyes first. You want to make sure it's presented nicely. All right. Then we're going to put a little bit of fresh parm. And I'll show you all my substitute. We have the Bel Gioso. We have some fresh parm. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right. This is One Pot Wonders Week. All right. So we're going to open this up. We're going to sprinkle some fresh parm on here. We made this in one pot. Woo. As little or as much as you want. Let's just crumble that one up. And this is your one pot wonder. I think y'all would eat that. Let me take a picture and then we're gonna pack one and we'll do it all over again. I think this looks beautiful. This was the goal. This was Aisha's no sauce spaghetti. And this is what we made. Looks delicious. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Tiffany. Ryan is liking it. We're at 4,500 likes. Thank you all for liking the live. You can also share the live if you think somebody needs a quick. You could make this in less than 30 minutes. Come home and get a good meal on the table. All right. So let's get in here. Let's take a nice picture. So exciting. Oh my gosh, y'all, that looks beautiful. Don't be afraid to get up close to your food. We made that. It looks good. No sauce, just seasoning. Yes, the key is in the seasoning. A good all-purpose seasoning. All of your seasonings that you would put in the spaghetti sauce, put on the noodles themselves. That is beautiful. And let's take a video. Oh yeah. All right. So one down, one to go. So I gave you all the regular version. All right. So this is your one pot wonder, no sauce spaghetti. I think y'all would eat that. So when Mr. President comes in, we'll go ahead and let him have this. I'm just going to put some foil on it. And then when you're cooking, you know, for the family or cooking for your man, it's always good to have extra. And I got these to-go containers. He loves these foil to-go containers. So if you're a meal prepper, you could easily, you know, make plenty. And then this is something that would reheat really well. So we're going to put the extra in here, a nice portion. And then we're going to do it one more time. All right, so come on in, everybody. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We made a no sauce spaghetti, one pot wonder. Woo! This is actually two to-goes. This is a lot. That way, when you're busy the next day in your meetings, back to back on those Zoom calls that we love, you can grab this and plate it up and enjoy a little nice home-cooked meal. I enjoy. So this is literally what I'm doing. We'll put some fresh grated parm on here. Or if you have this stuff in the green jar, you can do that as well. So here's your to-go. So we have plate number one. Then, of course, your garlic bread. Or you could do a side salad. Tamu wants to know, is there meat or chickpeas? Yes, sweetheart. I'm going to grab this out of the trash for you. This is what we used if you wanted to screenshot it to keep it one pot. We used a Jimmy Dean crumbled sausage. And you could make a vegetarian version. You don't even have to put the meat in there. You could season it really well and just do the mushrooms, onions, and peppers. So, ready to go. And then let's do one more. Actually, I'll leave it in there. You all get the gist. Okay, so that is your one pot wonder for our carbivores. If you can have the pasta, please have some for me. So I'm going to move this behind. I'll pack another one up later. So we have a plated one and we have a packed one. All right, so just to recap, for that version, 2 quarts of boiling water. Took about 5 to 10 minutes. Then I used this fresh pasta. This brand is Buitoni. This one was in the refrigerated section at Publix. You can use the boxed one. It's just going to take longer. This one cooked in 2 minutes. All right, salted the water, dropped the pasta in, set the timer for 2 minutes. Once that was done, we drained almost all, maybe a quarter cup of pasta water, put everything in the pot, added a little bit of olive oil to it just to keep it slick. Then we added all of our veggies. I have the dollar store mushrooms. We added a half a jar of these. We added a half a can of diced tomatoes. We also added maybe like a cup of peppers and onions. I had the frozen ones. And the key is we season really well with the spaghetti seasoning, all right? Taste as you go. We also added like a tablespoon of tomato paste, then added the pre-cooked sausage, stirred it up, garnished it, and we are good. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the low carb version, all right? Thank you all so much. Oh, you like the dress? Thank you, Trini. It's from Ghana. I'm from Ghana. If you all wanna travel with me, teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. I'm taking a group in December. If you wanna come to the motherland, I'd love to take you. Okay, so now let's do it again, shall we? So if I'm cooking for others, if I'm cooking for you, I'll make the pasta version. Now we're gonna do a version for me. So let's get another one pot. So we're gonna get a skillet, all right? Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 6,600 likes. If you like what you're seeing, you can tap the screen. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. At the top and at the bottom, you can also share the live with someone. If you know someone who's diabetic or pre-diabetic, we're gonna do the low carb version next, okay? So let's go ahead and plug up our skillet. And the key for this one, we're gonna use zoodles. So this also came from Publix. I'm using the zucchini noodles. You can make your own. I bought the fresh. Let's turn this on a medium. I'm only using fresh because it cooks faster since we're in the one pot theme. But you can also get them frozen. I'll show you. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here. You can do cooking spray if you wanna keep it really light. But just so our veggies don't stick, we'll let that warm for a second. I'll show you all a couple substitutes for your noodles. You can also get these frozen, all right? So if you wanna have more veggies, lower carbs, this is the zucchini spirals frozen. You can either steam them or cook them in the skillet. And then they also have the butternut squash spirals. So if you have picky kids that don't like veggies, top it with all the same stuff. I promise you won't miss the pasta. All right, so to make it easy, we're gonna put our fresh zucchini, or you can spiralize yours. Get the kids in the kitchen with you. Put it on that cranking machine. All right. We're gonna do a version with zoodles. So we're just gonna stir these up. Same thing. We're going to season these with the spaghetti seasoning. All right. If you're just doing plain, you could do, this is Aisha's version with the pasta. If you're doing plain, you could just do salt and pepper or garlic salt or whatever. But since we're doing a no sauce spaghetti, we're going to season it with spaghetti seasoning. Okay. I'll leave this here. Okay. So let's go ahead and stir this up. I'm just going to cook it down a little bit because I want, zucchini has a lot of moisture in there and we want it kind of slick, but we don't want it wet. So I'm just going to kind of let some of the steam come through a little bit. And this will be enough for one serving. If you want to, we'll do just a little bit of salt and pepper since zucchini is very neutral on its own, it's going to absorb whatever you put on there. All right. Trini says, great tip. Thank you, sweetheart. We're at 7,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 8,000, y'all. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and now I'm showing you the substitute version of your one pot wonder. All right. So before we did fettuccine noodles, now we have zoodles. I'm just looking at the liquid. I think we're okay. Let me just give this a little bit of a stir and a taste, and then we're going to go in with our spaghetti seasoning. So for the first version, I used Cooking with Aisha spaghetti seasoning. For this version, I'm going to use this McCormick. This you can get at Walmart spaghetti seasoning. Okay, so this is what we're going to use to make it no sauce. So far, all we have is a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, zucchini spirals. I want a little bit more moisture out, but it's okay. Let me go ahead and get in here with our thick and zesty spaghetti. Now you can use this packet and actually turn it into spaghetti sauce, or you can use it as a seasoning the way we're using it. All right, so we're gonna give this one a try. I can tell it's a little bit lighter. What was that? Ooh, smells good. That's gonna give you the color, and that's gonna give you a little bit of that, turn it down a little bit of that spaghetti flavor without the sauce. Smells really good. I'm gonna give it a taste and see if we need to season it a little bit more. Tamu wants to know, what are the herbs in the spaghetti seasoning? So for this one, the McCormick, cornstarch, sugar, salt, corn, onion, tomato powder, garlic, spices, basil, paprika, green bell peppers, and natural flavors. That's the McCormick. For this one, Cooking with Aisha, selectblends.com. Onion, garlic, paprika, salt, lemon pepper, bay leaves, oregano, coriander, annatto, and spices. All right. Ooh, let me turn this down. Okay, I was gonna taste it one more time for the spaghetti seasoning. And then we're gonna go in with all the other veggies. It's time. Ooh, it's good. This one is a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna do some more. Then we're gonna go in with our mushrooms, our peppers, all of that. This is not bad. I like the other one better. All right, let's put our mushrooms in. So this is the low carb version. So this one, instead of noodles, we are doing zoodles and heavy on the veggies. All right, so kind of drained it. And then we're gonna add, I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomato. I'm gonna make it very tomatoey. We're gonna do some onions and peppers. Looks good and delicious. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Adelinda, for sharing it with 5 friends. Thank you, Tamu, for the badges. If you all wanna share, I will shout you out. And thank you, we made it to 10,000 likes. Let's see if we can share the stream as well. So again, this is the Walmart onions and peppers. This one was frozen. So I just thawed it out in the sink, but you can see it's just onions and peppers. And we're gonna put, you can go lighter on the veggies since this is full on veggies, but the one that was the pasta, I probably would have added more veggies. But this is what I did. This is how I became the substitute teacher. You know, like when you're cooking for the family, cooking for your friends, cooking for your man, cooking for anybody, and they can have stuff that you can't have. This is a great way. Everybody can sit down to a spaghetti meal. So you have your version and they have theirs. So we're gonna go in with a little bit of basil. Whatever spices you would put in your pasta, absolutely. So this is the zoodle version. We've got some basil. We're gonna do some Greek oregano. Got this from Greece. It's very strong and I like it. Any oregano or Italian seasoning, whatever you have that you like. We're gonna give this a taste. And then if we like the base by itself, this is kind of like a pasta primavera without the pasta. You like a nice garden pasta. Then we'll add the turkey sausage. You love zoodles? Yeah, I know, right? I wish, because there's so much moisture, it looks a little bit, I don't know, like creamy. I don't mind it, but you know when you have noodles, they're very defined. But this is why we're giving you a substitute recipe. All right. So let's give this a taste. See how we like now that we've added all those extra veggies. All right. So tomatoes, zucchini, mushroom, onions, and peppers. Everything. Let's give it a taste. See how it tastes on its own. I love it. For me, it's very tomato forward. I love it. If you don't like tomatoes or you need to cut back on tomatoes, acid reflux or whatever, maybe do half the tomato, but I love it. So on its own, it tastes very clean, very gardeny, very fresh. So last step, I'm using the Jimmy Dean turkey sausage crumbles. They have the regular sausage and they have the turkey sausage. So if you want a little bit of a lighter version, I'm gonna put the whole thing in here. All right, so this is what we're using for my version. For the man food, we did the regular. So we're gonna stir it up, let everything come to temperature, and then taste it again. If this is too much meat, do half of the package. But everything in here, wow, this is not spaghetti with meat. This is meat with spaghetti. Come on in, everybody. We're almost at 1,200 likes. So we have, I'm gonna let this kind of come together. We need some extra noodles. I'm just gonna put the top on it. Let it all come together. So again, we made the regular version. If you just came in, this is the regular version. So this is the man food version, the no sauce spaghetti with real fettuccine. Looks amazing. Thank you, Beefcake. And we're making a substitute version. And then whatever you want to put on the side, if you want to do a garden salad, or when I plate for Mr. President, I'll do the garlic bread and then slice this nice little crusty bread. Easy. Easy peasy. But this way, you can sit down at the table. You don't really feel like you're missing out. You get to eat, kind of spaghetti. I think my zoodles package was a little bit light, but this is going to be heavy on the protein. I'm going to do, oh, I didn't do the tomato paste. Let's put a little tomato paste in there. I dropped it, y'all. I didn't see the tomato paste. Again, this is optional, but you can add more or less. Ugh. Kind of hard to squeeze. Let's go in with like a tablespoon. It's time for a new one, Maggie. Of tomato paste. All right. And then we'll just stir that in there, give it one more taste, and then we will top. So we just put some tomato paste in the center. This is really like meat sauce with vegetables. But when you have protein like that, and this is turkey sausage, or you could do your beef separate if you have leftover ground beef that's already cooked. This is a great way to make one pot. Again, the cooking it with Aisha way, your no sauce spaghetti, you would cook your pasta separate, cook your meat sauce separate, and then combine them. But since this is One Pot Wonders week, I wanted to give you all a no sauce spaghetti. All right, let's give this a try. See how we like it. I'm looking at the mushrooms. I'm looking at the peppers. I'm looking at the tomatoes. Hello. Daisy says, pass that right over here. Here you go, sweetheart. Let me put them on the plate for you. Let me serve you properly. All right. So again, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, this could be a great option for you. Let's get some mushrooms, some tomato. Let's get the good stuff. Let's give it a try. See how we like it, if we have that spaghetti flavor, if it needs a little bit more salt or pepper or oregano. Man! done. That last bit, adding in the pre-cooked sausage, just like we did on the man food, because the sausage already has that flavor in there. You have that fresh garden. Oh, y'all, it is so good. All right, so let me plate it properly. So good. I'm gonna tear this up. And this is where you feel like, you know what? If you need to eat a little bit lighter, but you have spaghetti too. Look closely. There's some zoodles in there. I know it's hard to see, but there are some zoodles in there. Looks good? All right, let's plate. Mama's plate. All right. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna go ahead and plate this. I would probably do 2 packages of the zoodles because there's just so much moisture in the vegetables. It just cooks down, and we have some noodle in there, but it's a little bit hard to see. And then we'll pack some extra, but let me just move this. We'll dress it up nicely and we will be done. So we have your regular version and your low carb version. We'll get a nice little plate. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it fancy for you. So we have your lady plate. Okay, so if you can have dairy, this is what we put on the man food. We use actual Parmesan. If you're dairy free, I'm gonna use Pecorino Romano. This is a sheep's milk cheese, but this is my substitute for Parmesan because it gives you that same like dry, aged, salty cheese. So we're gonna go in here, We're gonna go in here and we're gonna give it a nice little shower of Pecorino Romano. And then we're gonna also put some basil on here. Let's move everything so you can look at side by side and then y'all can vote on which one you like. And then I'll serve it up and we will be done. Let's put some basil. We have some basil on the inside, but we need to put some basil on top. I'm just cleaning up so we can take a nice little picture here at Come TikTok. Thank you all so much for being here again. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. And this is One Pot Wonders Week. Everybody on FoodTokTV is making recipes using one pot. So we used one pot to do the man food, and then we used another pot to do the low carb option. Okay, so let's get some basil on here. Make it beautiful. This is the Garden Gourmet chopped basil. So there's some inside, but garnishing is easy. Just save a little bit of what's already inside the food and put that on top. So people like to know what's in their food, and I think it looks amazing. Just need some more noodles, but all right. So let's get them side by side. If you are team full carb, this is the man food option with fettuccine. This is your no sauce spaghetti. Then put the spaghetti emoji in the chat if you want that one. I like the color on this one. I think the spaghetti seasoning, honestly, this one is just so much bolder. I really like the color on that one compared to this one right here, but I wanted to try both for y'all. If you are low carb, put the cucumber or zucchini emoji in the chat. Let's take a picture. And then I'll take a bite of that one and then we will be done. All right, so let's take a picture. That way you'll feel good. You won't crash. It looks yummy. Which one are y'all diving into first? Toast that on the side. Save your carbs for the garlic bread. Let's do a video. We have our zoodles, mushrooms, onions, peppers, basil, tomatoes, tomato paste, spaghetti seasoning. It looks so good with some Pecorino Romano compared to the no sauce spaghetti fettuccine. All right, so we did it. Again, I gave you all 2 versions. This was the original. This is the Cooking with Aisha no sauce spaghetti. All right. So we made a man food version. I think it looks yummy. Y'all can tell me. Robin's Cruise Connections is here for the low carb. Yes, and if y'all want to travel with me and Robin's Cruise Connections, the Maggie Meetup Cruise is this November. We're going to celebrate 50 for me. We're going to the Bahamas. Everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com, and I gave you a low carb version too. Let me taste it, and then let y'all go. Oh, and I packed it so much extra to go. Give him some for the next day. He will appreciate it. So let's get in here with our tomatoes. See if we can get some zoodle action going. Some mushroom. It stays nice and warm. I'm feeling so greedy. Feeling so greedy. Y'all. You know how I was saying that because of the moisture in the zucchini, it was a little bit pasty? It's almost made its own sauce. I can't explain it, but it's like it's made its own sauce. We did it, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you're subscribed to FoodTokTV. The recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. I gave you all 2 options today for your one pot wonders. There'll be other creators making content for you all tonight and every day this week. So thank you so much. Looks great. Thank you, Trini. We are at 16,800 likes. Thank you all for liking. Let's see. We have so many shares going up. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you next week, Friday, for another episode. All right. Bye, everyone. Okay. All right. Thank you. Y'all, this is so good. All right. I'm going to come back to your comments now. Let me cover this for Mr. President. Let me put his garlic bread in the air fryer, y'all. Because I need to serve him. And we'll play this. We'll do a little after show here while I get his food ready. Let me cover this up. If you had a question or a comment, that is so good. And it's nice and filling. I'm coming, y'all. Let me get dinner on the table, and then I'll pack up the leftovers. All right. Just gonna put this in the air fryer so it can get kind of toasty while we pack up. Okay. Let me take another bite, y'all. This is good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, yummy. Another low carb option is slivered onions. You can cook those down as a pasta substitute. Y'all, I'm telling you, you would eat that. All right, let me pack up. This is what I get from Walmart, the foil meal prep pans. So we're gonna pack up the food. See, Barton's here, Beeper, King, Jamal, Frank, another King, Pure Seas, Mo, Jess, Cy, Brown, Drew, Alfred, Leo, Stroder. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Mr. Uche, Sebastian, Gail. Oh, Sabs loves the color. Yes, thank you for the orange. Compliment Roland, Elsa, MJ, G, T-Boz, impressive tweet is here. Nicole, Kathy, Frank, so many of y'all. Kyle, Chris. Thank you, everybody on Instagram. All right, we got Robin's Cruise Connections over here. I know, y'all. Here I come. On Friday, I'm supposed to be exclusive on TikTok. So I just like to let you all see behind the scenes. But we're gonna pack up for Mr. President. Y'all always see me making these reels when I make extra food. So I can give him 2 to go. And ladies, men love it when they're busy, you know. Think of them. They don't have time to make a meal. Just cook extra and serve it. Easy. All right, and I'll come to the comments just a moment. And this kind of flavor profile heats up so well the next day. Y'all would eat that. And I really like those 2-minute fresh noodles. That was really good. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, got that pot clean. We'll have to wash that. And then when you plate it up for him, Mr. President doesn't like his food to touch. So that's why I would use the parchment paper. But serve it how you like it. All right. Quasia's here. Trisha says they look delicious. Erin Laura, thank you. Deron says all the carbs for me, please and thank you. You got it. Coming right up. If you like it, I'll love it. So this is going to be a to-go. He'll be able to eat this tomorrow or the next day. And we're going to just go ahead and give it a little garnish. You know, we eat with our eyes first. You can go ahead and serve him up something nice, make it look pretty. And then we'll put a little Parmesan for him. And he can have Parmesan. You could also use a little container and put some Parmesan on the side. If you don't want it to get like melted in there, you know, I don't mind. I don't think he minds. But you could also do a little extra block of Parmesan. You get a spoon. I can smell the garlic bread. Oh, it just makes me so happy. Cooking is my happy place. I don't really think I'm that good at it. I just enjoy it, and I love the reaction when other people eat it and enjoy, you know, whether it's the boys. So there you go. There you go. Y'all like that? Yummy? Mm-hmm. That'll heat up nicely. Jessica's here. Deron says, let me taste it. Coming right up. There you go. Get in there. All right, let's put the top on this. So he has 2 to-go meals. I'll set the table. Let's see. No stream tomorrow. Lucy's parents are celebrating, I think, their 60th wedding anniversary. So usually on Saturday we make the relationship content, but no relationship content so tomorrow. So 2 to-goes plus his plate for today. So, and we made all this in 30 minutes. All right, ladies, you can do it. It's easy. It's easy. Let's let the garlic bread cook down. Let's see, announcement. You heard about the travel. If you want to come to Ghana with me, we have the December to Remember. We are meeting. Oh, we're meeting tomorrow. I need to post that. If you've ever wanted to come to the motherland, I would love to take you. We'll close out with a video of our trip to Ghana. Waterfalls, slave castles, beaches, December to Remember with me. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing if you want to get away. We also have the Maggie Meetup Cruise, Robin's Cruise Connections. I'll go ahead and announce here. That one's going to be in November on Royal Caribbean, Wonder of the Seas. Next year, we're going to do Carnival since they've made some changes and improvements. 2026, if you want to cruise with us, we're going to be going to the Bahamas out of Port Canaveral on Carnival. So that is coming up very soon. If y'all want to travel with me for the November 2026. And then lastly, Lucy and I have a new class. Ladies, protect your home. All right. This is very important. If you have frenemies, if you have friends, family members, enemies, followers, people who you don't know if they want the best for you or not, we have a new course that's starting August 9th. What to share, what not to share, how to tell if people want you to win or they're secretly plotting your demise, because unfortunately not everybody wants the best for you. So if you have a relationship or you want a relationship, you want some private teaching from 2 older women that have been in relationships forever, Lucy and I are teaching a new class. It's called Protect Your Home. Everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. You can use the code HOME for $50 off. We teach it privately on Zoom. It's 4 weeks and it comes with a workbook. All right. So how's this looking? Oh, Our bread is toasting. So we'll go ahead and wrap it here. Let me go ahead and get the table set for Mr. President. I did an unboxing before. I'll get that posted. I ordered some pound cakes. If y'all are familiar with Young's Bakery, if you've seen the mother and son duo, Grandma is something else. I ordered her 3-pound cakes. Mr. President has already taken one. This is the 7-Up. This is the butter, and it comes with the glaze. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I just did a tasting. I'll post that up. So I think that's everything. No stream tomorrow. So I'll be back Monday for Cooking with Aisha. And then I'm traveling again. Next week I'm going to Minneapolis. Shout out to the Midwest, or hello to the Midwest. So I'll be in Minneapolis Tuesday through Friday. So I'll be posting all of my travels if you like my travel content and what I'm up to. All right, thank you, Crown by Ray, Ash, Easy. I think we got everybody. Thank you all so much. Yes, congratulations. And y'all were on the countdown. Marcus ships out in 10 days. I'm not ready, but I have to be. We're so proud of him. We're gonna go a little bit more. Ooh, it's nice and crusty, y'all. It smells so good. We'll go a little bit longer. All right. All right. Let me go focus. I told Mr. President 1 hour, so I've gone too long. Stay tuned. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms, and I will be back. Our next live will be Monday, but just stay connected. I post every day. All right, everybody. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you so much, everybody. And yes, y'all check out Robin's Cruise Connections. She's putting all of our cruises together. Thank you, everybody. See you on Monday. Let me get the Ghana video if you're interested. All right. Bye, everybody.